FFA, what's up, everybody? I know what you guys are thinking. Is Ryan actually working in his garage? And the answer to that is yes. And the reason being is it's just a good garage office day. I love our regular office, but I get so bored in there sometimes. So we're changing it up a little bit, and I'm in my happy spot today, running these production numbers for you guys, doing this call, and we're gonna get a lot of work done here in the garage. So no, it's not because Alicia kicked me out of the office. It's just a good day to work in the best office ever, which is my man cave. So hope you liked that music there, Cassie. That was for you. I know I seen your comment on Monday's call that you missed the Scotland music. And on today's call, guys, we're going to talk about 3 roadblocks that are really stopping you from success. If you missed Monday's call, make sure you go back and listen to it, okay? Because we talked about how to have faith in the field. Becca's Monday night Zoom was phenomenal. So make sure you go back and watch that recording if you missed that one too. And today's call, we're going to tie it all together and talk about the roadblocks that really seem to make agents struggle. And before we jump into that, let's talk about the verse of the day, which is in the book of Mark. And it's during the storm, right? And so the disciples were waking up Jesus and they said, "Teacher, don't you care if we drowned?" Then he got up, rebuked the wind, and said to the waves, "Quiet, be still." Then the wind died down, and it was completely calm. Then he said to his disciples, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" And so I want to share that verse with you guys going into today's call because it leads me to my very first roadblock, which is self doubt. Self doubt in this career is a plague. It's a cancer that seems to impact some agents. And it's just like the doubt that the disciples had on that boat where they were worried about the storm that they were in, right? Maybe you're worried about the storm that you're in. Maybe you're worried about paying whatever bill, or maybe you're worried about whatever commission you're supposed to get in. It's just like that storm, guys. Self doubt really is a mental roadblock that for you as an agent, you have to be able to ignore it and to overcome it. I remember being a brand new agent and there was many days as a new agent you're getting told no, 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 right? Every single door, people aren't at home, every presentation, and you start to have this self doubt creep in where it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon and you're wondering if you're going to get any policy today, like if you're going to make any money, right? And so self doubt is a roadblock that you've got to prevent. All right. It's a cancer that you have to prevent it from coming into your mind when you're in the field, when you're making those dials, and when you're trying to succeed. All right. Self doubt cripples a lot of agents. This is why agents stop, right? They work till 1 or 2 o'clock. They didn't get anything and they chalk it up and say, "Hey, I'm going to go back out tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a good day." That self doubt will prevent you from ever seeing real success as an agent. The top agents don't doubt themselves. They don't doubt God. They don't doubt their faith. They don't doubt the opportunities that lie ahead for them, right? And so that first roadblock, guys, you got to put your armor on, right? When you're out there in the field, you need to know you're going to be successful, right? It's not this car that's sitting behind me. Right now, this thing is not running. I know that it will be running, right? I put an alternator in it. I'm going to put a battery in it, change the oil, put a starter in it, a new belt. Heck, if I got to put a whole new engine in it, I'll put a whole new engine in it. The thing is going to run. I know that. Might take me some time to get it there, but it's going to happen. It's just like that for you in the field. You're going to hit the good client. You're going to hit the good policy. You don't have, there's no reason to doubt yourself, right? There's no reason to be like the disciples in that story in the Bible, doubting whether or not they were going to make it ashore safely, right? You don't have to doubt. It's going to happen for you. The top agents, the agents that succeed, know this. They trust their preparation, they trust their faith, right? They trust their training, their system, the presentation, everything that they've prepared for. They trust. They're confident in those things. They know that they're going to succeed. Guys, this business is not about if you're going to succeed. It's just about when, right? That's how you got to go into this, right? It's just like think about school. All right, for those of you that graduated school, graduated high school, you graduated college, your first job, it wasn't about if you're going to get to the finish line, right? It's just about when. And so you don't have room in your brain to self doubt. So that's the first roadblock that if you're doing that to yourself right now, you've got to get rid of it. Team builders, coaches, you guys are trying to run up this path, right? This ladder to success that we have, this success path, right? That we've laid out for you growing your agency. You don't have time to self doubt whether or not you're going to be a good coach, a good recruiter, a good builder. You have to know that you're going to be those things, right? You got to trust the process and you've got to not doubt yourself. Okay. So self doubt is the number one roadblock that I could think of that stops agents from having success. Number two, okay, the second roadblock that really stops agents is they're not convicted in what they're doing, right? I don't know what should I name this roadblock? I don't really have a name for it, right? I guess you could name it conviction. They're not convicted in what they're doing every single day. They're not focused, right? We'll make that the second roadblock, right? The lack of focus. When you're convicted into doing something, you're gonna make it happen. You're going to do it. You're gonna be focused about it. It's all you're gonna be thinking about, right? You're convicted in that topic. And agents who aren't convicted in their work and helping people and helping new agents and all of this don't seem to succeed very often. So, my question for you guys is how convicted are you? Right? Think about what you wrote last week. 2K, 3K, 12K, 20K, right? Whatever it was. Are you convicted this week in doing better than you did last week? Right? That level of focus is what's going to take you from point A to point B. And if you lose that conviction, if you lose that focus, you're going to slip. Okay. You're going to have that roadblock come in and prevent you from getting to the next level. So how do you defeat that? Guys, it's so simple. What you put into your brain is what the results you're going to see come out of your work, right? What you focus on is what's going to happen. Okay. When I got to fix this car, right? If I'm thinking about coaching Landon's baseball team, I'm probably not going to do a good job fixing that thing, right? If I'm thinking about what I got to do next year, I'm not going to do a good job. But if I'm just focused on that specific task, have a battery. How do I install the battery? Maybe I don't know how to do it. Let me watch a video on how to install the battery. Boom, I go install the battery. The task is done, successful, right? It's the same thing for you guys. Maybe your door approach is horrible right now. Get back on the academy, watch the door approach video. What you put into your brain is going to be a reflection, right? It's what's going to come out of your work. All right. And you have to be focused on this job every single day when you're doing it. When you're doing your presentation, if you're not focused on getting to the finish line, closing the deal, right? Doing it right, guys, in between houses, you should be watching the presentation video over and over and over again until you sound exactly like me giving a presentation. And boom, you're going to start seeing your closing deals. It's easier for you, right? Your attention is what's going to equal success. All right. A lack of focus and a lack of conviction in what you're doing, okay, is really going to be that second roadblock. All right. I really, really, really want you guys to focus on that because I know that's the difference between you finishing this week below your target or way above it. Is just the level of focus you're putting in to what you're doing. right? I kind of become obsessive when I have a specific thing that I want to do, right? When I go to fix this car, that is the only thing I'm going to be thinking about at that time. If I'm going hunting, that is the only thing I'm thinking about at that time. When I'm working, doing this call, if I'm in the field, training, anything, that is the only thing I'm thinking about. Guys, you have to be like OCD over your field hours, over your dials, over setting appointments, over doing presentations, tracking your numbers, tracking your deposits, right? Guys, we're midway coming up already, almost midway through October, coming in next week. Where are you at so far for income for the month? Are you on track or are you missing it? All of these things you have to be convicted in if you want to succeed as an agent and as an agency owner. So that's the second roadblock, guys. It's just your lack of focus, right? Lack of conviction, whatever you want to call it. That's the roadblock that distracts agents. You get pulled in so many different directions, right? Bills, family, kids, sport, you name it, pulled in all different directions. And that attention, right? Where you put your attention is where you're going to see success. So think about that. What's your conviction level as to actually hitting your goal for this week, today, every single day? All right. And then the third roadblock, guys, and this one is one that is, notice all of these roadblocks are in your control. All right, there's a trend to this, right? Success is fully dependent upon you. It's not dependent upon your coach. It's not dependent upon the company. It's not dependent upon your spouse, your kids, the outside world. It's fully dependent upon you. That's why I love this business, right? Because you get out of it what you put into it. The third roadblock is just it's a simple one to overcome, but agents make it so difficult. All right. And that is efficiency. Okay. And what do I mean by efficiency? How efficient are you at your job? And this is a roadblock that can totally be prevented, but agents put themselves in it every single day. And it leads to frustration, it leads to missed opportunities, it leads to missed sales. Let's talk about efficiency. Do you know every one of your carrier logins? Do you know every single one of your writing numbers? Do you know how to check the back office to make sure that your clients haven't missed a payment, right? Do you know how to do every e-application that you're contracted with? Do you know what that e-application's medical questions are? So that before you even get into that thing, you already know what your if your client's going to have to say yes or no to specific questions. Efficiency equals success. A lack of efficiency equals frustration for you, right? I don't know about you guys, but I've been in some houses. And there is nothing that frustrates me more being in the field than going to log in to do an e-app, right? You've done the presentation, you got that thing closed, and you go to do an e-app and it says you got to change your password or they got to send you a pin code or you got to reset your password because it's telling you it's the wrong one. I've done it to myself so many times that I literally will drive around in my notebook. I have every single password, agent ID, everything in a notebook because I got so sick of having to reset my password in people's houses when I'm trying to write the deal. It drives me crazy. I wasn't being efficient, right? And the minute I fixed that, boom, it was easy, no frustration. I'm in and out of a house in 45 minutes to an hour, done. Guys, efficiency is key. Your presentation, okay? You are putting up a huge roadblock for yourself if you are doing your presentation too fast or too slow. Like an hour to an hour and a half, guys, that's the sweet spot. 45 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on if you have to call a carrier, stop a draft, whatever, right? That's it. The only time it should be longer than that is if they have like 7 insurance policies and you're calling all these carriers, and then yeah, you're gonna be in that house a long time. But your normal client, they got one policy, you're reviewing it, you're writing them up a new one, you're in and out of that house in an hour, hour and a half. If you're longer than that, you're not being efficient, right? And sometimes your clients get a little tired, man. They get exhausted, right? Sitting there. And so your efficiency needs to be fine-tuned, right? Guys, it should not take you 45 minutes to from the time you do a call to close to the time that you're actually getting into the application and doing it, right? Like it call to close application, 15 minutes later, you're done high-fiving them and out of that house, right? So efficiency, guys, is a roadblock that is one, it's totally in your control, but it's one that could really prevent you from being successful as an agent. Okay. Lack of efficiency is hard. It's hard to beat that, right? If you're not, when you're in the field, if you're not being efficient, like I'm going to this lead, this lead, this lead, this lead, if you're just like taking your sweet time and goofing around and taking forever to get your leads pulled up, and guys, all of that time is wasted. If you could save yourself 1 hour a day and turn that into one more sales presentation a day, give you 5 more on the week, give you 20 more, right, on the month, depending on the month, and you close 10 of those, guys, that's like ten to $15,000 in commissions that you're missing out by just wasting 1 hour a day of your time fiddling through an e-app, taking too long, right? Whatever it is. So it matters, right? And this is the level of attention you really got to have if you want to be successful. So those are the roadblocks, guys. I went on a little bit of a tangent, but as you can tell, I'm passionate about this job. And most importantly, I'm passionate about you hitting your goal, right? That's what I want. What we want for you is to hit I don't want you just to hit your income goal. I want you to explode past it, right? I don't want you to just make enough money to pay your bills. I want you to make enough money to pay your bills, put a ton of money in your savings account, pay off debt, and give a bunch of it away to people that need it. So to get there, we got to overcome these roadblocks. And if you overcome one at a time, watch what happens over the next 4 weeks. Watch your business take off, watch your production take off, and watch your income take off. So that's what I got for you guys on today's call. I want you to go to WhatsApp, drop your halftime AP in the chat. We're going to keep chugging away at inputting production numbers for you guys for last month. So stay tuned for that, as we'll be dropping those here in the days to come. Appreciate you guys for jumping on here. Awesome job so far this week. We will be back here on Friday.